Freedom fighters, I'm coming back at you with a special Monday Inauguration Edition episode. And we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, what else? The inauguration of President Trump coming back in office. And what can we expect? Well, I'm coming at you in the morning here. I was planning on doing this a little later so I could actually watch the events unfold and actually see him sworn in office because, all the conspiracies surrounding it. If you don't know, I guess I'll fill you in real quick. They were saying, I guess I even saw some people saying that there was a report of a spacecraft or something over the Capitol the other night. All along they've been talking about the drones flying over and that it's a national security threat, and they're saying this is the cover. They said that the weather was really bad, so they had to do it indoors, but they're saying that's really just an excuse because of a security threat. So, I was going to wait till later just to make sure everything went down without a problem, but I was like, you know what, let me just get this video out of this way. I was already filming something earlier this morning because you want to know what I'm doing or what I'm preparing for it to happen. I was pretty much just, stocking up more food, loading mags, and doing the usual because I've already lost, all faith in the political process. I don't expect anything to happen. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. What is going to happen? What can we, look forward to, or is there anything to look forward to? I mean, I guess we got to hold forward some hope. But recently, with the comments that have been made, I mean, we talked about the America First MAGA rift before, in the party. Um, but lately, I don't think I really touched on it. How you had Elon Musk and Trump and Vivek and a lot of the MAGA crowd actually on the side of H-1B visas. And Trump has long said, he said years ago, let's more immigration than ever, illegal immigration than ever. So I mean, he's still a full favor of immigration. It's just, legal. He's made the comment before, staple green cards to diplomas. So it's no surprise that he's all for H-1Bs. And then, Elon and all these people, these company owners and stuff, they don't care about keeping, country and culture. They're about their bottom dollar. They're about cheap labor. They're about importing, workers for whatever they can get them for. So again, that's no surprise there. And you're seeing that rift of people calling out the MAGA movement, and it's kind of this trend I've been seeing lately. I said before about AJ and his show and how he's somewhat changed before, and he's been kissing Trump and Elon ass for a while now, and he's trying to become a more, I don't know how to call it, socially acceptable mainstream media. I mean, AJ will never be mainstream, but he's trying to become somewhat more acceptable. So he's kind of where you would say, oh, he was a fringe, loony, crackpot conspiracy theorist. Now he's pretty much just gone into regular conservative politics. He's pretty much towing the line so he can be allowed to continue his show. But yeah, man, I wanted to get on Trump because that's mainly what it's about. But he's made those comments about immigration and stuff, and he's even, I forget where it was at. He was doing some like funding dinner or something like that, where he said that he was even in favor of transitions. I guess we could put it, kid transitions. He's like, well, as long as the parents are involved and you get, parental permission, then, I don't see what's wrong with it. None of these transitions should be funded, and for children, they shouldn't be allowed, period. Even if the parents are involved, the parents then need to be investigated for child abuse or neglect, or, at least, aiding, uh, this process. It'd be no different than if their child wanted to rob the grocery store. And it's like, well, with the parents' permission, if they allow it or they say it's okay, well, it went through the parents' hands, so it's all good. Um, but yeah, man, the theater is ripe. I've been looking at a lot of this stuff, and the two-party system. You already know I have no faith left in that system. And that was another big rift that happened in the MAGA world. Was recently at the Carter funeral. They were all talking it up and chatting it up, laughing it up. Trump and Obama, and I forget who it was. Bush and Clinton and Pelosi and Mike Pence, and they were all there. And again, I mean, I understand how it's probably not the time and the place to have a, all out brawl or, feud. You're there at a funeral to show respects, regardless of what you think of Mr. Carter or, any of these presidents. I guess it's not a place to be at each other's throats. But it seems to be like that whenever they all meet together, it's all cordial and everything like that. When, these people literally committed treason. And that's another thing I wanted to get to. So yeah, just like literally 30 minutes or 45 minutes ago, I found out that Biden pardoned Fauci and treasonous governor or General Milley, Pencil Neck Schiff and Cheney and all these people. And I saw a great tweet after that was like, well, can Trump execute these people and then just pardon himself later? Uh, and I mean, it's all a show, man. It's all theater, but yeah, I mean, exactly. Or his new AG, or Kash Patel and the FBI. He can just, why not just oh, they're pardoned? Who cares? Investigate them anyway. Um, Charge them for crimes, and you'll say, well, you can't do that because double jeopardy, or maybe there's something in law that says pardon people or excuse. Who cares? Investigate them anyway. Throw them in prison anyway. Charge them anyway. And then they're going to say you're guilty of crimes. Well, then Trump just pardons them on the way out. How about that? And that's the way we need to be looking at it, man. Forget the rules. Throw the book out the window and get the job done. That's where, I've been at lately. Is this no more excuses. And I've been saying it. This is the time. There is no more excuses. If after this Trump presidency, this deep state, this government isn't completely dismantled, you don't destroy these people now once and for all, it's over. It's done. And I just have a feeling, I mean, we all know, leave your comments below, like what's going to happen or whatnot, but these people have to be tried. They have to be held accountable. And, I did see some promising thing. He tweeted out something the other day. Was like, day one, we're doing raids and stuff like that. Even though I saw another one that was kind of cucked. I mean, I don't know if you guys know Stephen Miller. He was on Fox or something the other day. He's supposed to be like the border hawk, like, guy, but he was like, oh yeah, day one we're gonna do raids and cut funding to these sanctuary cities. And I'm like, how about instead of just cutting funding, you in the raids, you include these governors and mayors and any of the officers or anybody who stands in the way that are aiding and abetting the invasion. Well, why don't you just say that? Like, we're going after everybody and arresting everyone. This whole, like, well, we're going to cut funding and we're going to look at, these sanctuary cities and what they're doing. Man, like, it's paving the way for a soft, do nothing, theater. And that's what I'm most afraid of. And getting back to what I was saying, like, if this government isn't completely dismantled and destroyed by the time this presidency is over, they pretty much left it up to us. They left it up to we the people, and it's going to be up to us to take the country back. And the disclaimer, as always, I do not support, advocate any violent, illegal, unmoral actions, so don't go do anything and tell them freedom fighter told you to do so, because here I am telling you not to. But that's just my opinion for the day. That, if this doesn't get taken care of, they're going to be putting it on the hands of we the people, and it's going to be to be determined if we meet that expectation, or if we take care of it. But probably not. We're probably going to decline even further and go into 1984 dystopia, lose more of our rights, and then pay them in the form of taxes for the privilege of experiencing it all. Because we the people have proven over and over that the will to be free is no longer there. The American people don't want it. But, maybe that's to be determined. I mean, who knows? We're going to see. So, I'm too black-pilled for this whole thing, really. But I guess I got to hold out some hope. But, yeah, and the other thing I kind of wanted to touch on was that, in the future here, it feels like something's definitely going down, but I don't think it's going to be on the side of us getting revenge and, like, taking back the country. Because I don't know if you noticed, but all these, like, talking head, CNN, MSNBCs, Rachel Maddow, and whoever these, people on these channels, Reverend Al Sharpton, they were all on there like, oh, we don't need a January 6th of our own, and, we have to just accept, and Kamala herself is like, Trump won fair and square. They all seem very, like, it's almost eerily accepted, where they're just like, oh yeah, Trump's president, we just have to accept it, and wish him luck, and we're going to be better this time, and we're going to do better, and, we're not going to criticize too much, and it just feels like they're getting ready to pull the rug out from underneath us. That's what it's looking like. And one of the main things I said, well, I guess the good thing is if Trump wins, and, the only thing we get is a good economy, but I have a feeling that's part of their plan, that they know this show is over. It's coming crashing down. It's been coming crashing down for a long time, but now they're just like, you know what, we're going to let it collapse on his watch. He's going to be the blame, the blame man. We're going to lay it all on him, and when it all comes crashing down, we're going to give you the remedy. They're going to come in as the saviors to save the plan, and that's when they're going to enact full-on 1984. We're pretty much there already, though. So, yeah, man, I'm just tuning in to see what happens with this, and I'll probably catch you on another one, and we'll discuss, if anything crazy happens. But, yeah, man, until the next one, you know what it is, man. We are on our own. Nobody's coming to save us. So get right with God, because only God can save you. Freedom Fighters out.